Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to the Technology Innovation Hub. It's going to be a session from generic portal. In generic portal, at the moment, you are having the two sessions on career development. That is more specific to IT career development. Right? Now, we are going to present another generic career development focusing all the resources, not only IT, right? It may be medical, right? It may be engineering, maybe business like commerce, right? Art, like generic for all. And it's going to be not only important for basic beginners, right? It's going to be important for mid, senior, right? And even for parents, especially, and all the categories in the society, right? Because career, right? Everybody has to be aware of it, right? Because everybody has gone through the child age, right? Step by step, they have developed, and there are parents who are looking after the child, and there are teachers who are teaching. So a lot of roles are there in the society, leaders and managers, a lot of, right? Because all of them have to have this awareness. Okay, right. So as you can see in the screen, anyway, let me share the screen. The banner is visible for you, so you can get an idea about what's going to take place. But let me share the screen so that I can show you the presentation, what you're going to have today, right? Here, let me put it full screen. Right, now it's visible. So this is the topic that you're going to have, right? Achieving greater career heights. So that's going to be the topic. Under that, it's going to start the discussion. So you can see the very first picture, right? A baby's picture, right? So now we got the idea from where it's going to start. And this slide will give you a kind of agenda, right? So how the presentation is going to flow like, right? So step by step, right? So like just, okay, let me just, the very first thing, brain circuits, right? And the parenting, right? Home environment, right? Very important things in career. Because you may think the career starts from school, career starts from university, career starts from industry. Apparently, the major part is done early than that. You have to get that understanding first. So you can see the very first picture, as I said earlier, baby's picture, right? Actually, the career development goes even lower than that. The prenatal stage, before the birth takes place, right? The embryo, fetus, right? A lot of things are there, right? So we are going to take a look at those things as well, right? So it's going to be a very comprehensive session we are going to have with career development, right? So anyway, as per the flow of the presentation, you can see after the picture of the baby, you see the brain circuits, right? So let's to get an idea about how these circuits are formed in the brain. Very critical, very crucial. First 3 years, very crucial. The circuits are developing very fast. A new experience. You can see the second is parenting. Exactly. Right? To understand who is a parent, who is an adult, who is an adult, who is a teacher, who is a child. No, I mean, very critical, very crucial, these things. Because parenting matters. Positive parenting, right? Okay. And not only that, the environment for the child to grow, the home environment, right? The environment as parents that you are providing for a child to get established, those things are very crucial because everything is experience for him, right? Rather than talking, rather than verbally explaining, visual things, the experience, that's how the brain circuits are going to develop. So that's why let's discuss in more detail, right? The home environment then comes after that. So we are going to have school, right? Right? Once the, let's say, initial stage, right? The toddler stage, right? Baby, toddler, right? So there are different names in this development, adolescent, right? So, let's say age, you have at age 3, the preschool maybe there, age 3, even before that, right? The daycares maybe likewise. So it different to a territory, to different to country, the way it takes. But anyway, everybody needs to start schooling, right? Maybe at age 5, right? So that's the second phase you are going to grow your career, schooling, right? So let's see more detail how it's going to be, right? And then you have after that, so your primary study, secondary study is going to end there. Then you're going to go for higher studies. So higher studies, you're going to start university. You're going to go another academic career there, right? Maybe you start your undergraduate, you become an undergraduate, right? So your graduate studies, right? Bachelor of degree programs, right? You're going to study there, and you're going to achieve your first degree. Academic career, the academic career gets started from there, right? All right, so that's university. So after that, then comes you go to the industry, right? Learn the theoretical background, having a theoretical background from university. Maybe you have some, you may, within your degree program, maybe third year, fourth year, you may have some industrial experience as placements, right? And you may go into the industry and work for certain time duration, take some projects, right? But that's not going to be a permanent thing. It's a part of your degree program, right? But once you finish your degree program, you're going to get into the industry. You know these things. I'm just working through how is the flow is going to be, right? And you're going to have the industry experience, your first enrollment, work engagement. Then you're going to have different business domains, right? You know, different domains are there, airline domain, right? Business domains, right? Government, right? That means apparel sector, banking sector, telco sector. These all are different domains. Because why different domains? We have different set of terminologies there. Those are different enterprises, right? Because there are different business models. Telco, you have different business models, business architectures, right? Banking, you have different business architecture. That's why it's a specific domain, right? All right. So industry and the business domain. Then you're going to have another thing called your professional development. Right? You're going to do some certifications, your professional career. For example, you may start developing your skills as a professional on maybe on Azure Cloud. You're doing some Azure certifications, maybe some AWS certification, as a AWS associate architect, right? AWS architect professional, likewise, right? And again, some on exams on DevOps, right? Exams on Oracle, likewise. Different, there are various, right? And no need to be only the IT sector, right? So again, I am talking about IT. You have the same professions in other sectors as well, engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, right? Even in, medical, you have different biological, right? Chemistry, chemical industries, right? So likewise, different sectors. Each of these things carry different professional exams, right? You have to do certain professional exams, right? For example, in the medical sector, a doctor, once the MBBS is achieved, he may be a professional. After getting into some industry practice, he may be a professional doctor. But again, after that, you're going to have specializations, right? That's why we know, nothing to explain in the industry. We have gynecologist specialization, right? You have heart specialist, right? Neurologist specialist. Right? So likewise, specializations are there. So those are professionalisms, right? Again, in you have engineering. Not only that, even in economics, right? Even in commerce sector, you have economic specialist people. You have business statistics, right? Accounting, chartered accounting. So all comes into professionalism, different sectors. All right. So when we study those things in detail, so how do you develop our career, right? So that's just a new idea about the workflow, how it's going to be. And it's going to be an informative session, detailed session. And I'm going to break it down. I'm not going to have a session more than 15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes. Let's have breaks in between. Try to get it little by little. So, okay, let's continue. So, while the slides are going on, I'll explain and how you should grab the information little by little, right? Let's continue. Right, the very first thing. So, as I said, we are going to start from the early childhood, right? Right. The very first thing is principles of early neural development. So this is how it's going to be. You can see the image, right? And before going to the link, because we need to get the evidence from the relevant body that this information is provided, right? So let's go there. But before that, I do understand what it means. Human brain development. You can see synapses, right? Synapse formation depending on each experiences. So synapse is no big deal. It's just a connection, right? It's just a brain circuits development, right? Because it's all about connections, right? Each experience, it will develop a connection. And if you continue those experience as learning experience, those connection will be tightened and that's going to be last for a long time. Right? Anyway, I'm not going to explain that much at the initial stage. Let's flow in the presentation, right? Now you can see here, sensory pathways, vision, hearing, language, higher cognitive functions, and this is with age. But you can see minus. Why is minus? It is before the birth. You can see it goes all the way to right second month, maybe first month, right? Because in medical terms, the neurosystem start develop at the 8th week, right? So I will have the videos to give you proof on those things. So anyway, in summary, you can see conception is here, and even the before birth, right? Before birth, the things have started. You can see it's proof. These are medical factors. So it's very important. The prenatal, right? Prenatal or before delivery, right? The experiences that you are having as a mother and what is the experience is going to have. Experience from the environment, that all matters for the brain development. It affects your career. It affects the baby's career, right? So again, you can see the sensory pathways has been started and they go in a rapid pace, right? Rapid pace, early months, 3 months, 4 months, right? Likewise. And it gradually drops in the end of the, I think, second year, right? This one, you can see first 12 months finished here, right? And it's going to the second year. You can see those things are, you can see the kindergarten and all, those things are dropping rapidly after this, right? What will happen then? You can see how the brain develops. So very significant, the first 3 years, you can see here, right? So the second 12 months finished, and this is the third one, number of years, right? And at the end of, like third year, so everything drops down. Very crucial time period. Right? You can see the language development is very peak at this first year, likewise. So we everybody knows they start talking at the end of the first year, 10, 11, I mean, means after start uttering words, right? Even before that. So that's how language learning, right? And we can see cognitive functions. That is what going to carry forward till the third year. This is your knowledge. Cognitive means knowledge, right? These things start because you need to utter something, you need to learn something, right? Sensory organs has to be developed to capture the external environment input. Right? When the mother talks, when the sound here, right? Those things, sensory organ. Sensory organ means your 5 senses: nose, ear, right, eye. Those things has to be developed. Otherwise, you can capture information. So once those things are developed, then you can get the experience and your cognitive function will start developing. But the crucial point is you can see the drop of nearly third year. Then it's going to be, there's no rapid development, right? We're going to see what's going to happen after that, right? So the first 3 years, very crucial. Right? So you can, that is just a basic explanation, right? Then if I click here, it will take you to the relevant site, right? Let's go there. And this is from 6 pence, right? So you can see all the details have been explained. Early brain development support lifetime learning. So very, very critical statement. Early brain development supports a lifetime learning, right? So early experiences shape the brain scale circuitry, early experience, as I explained. So the same chart is here, right? So you can see neural development after age 3, by age 3, right?
A lot of circuitry has been done, but still, after that, depending on the experience, certain things will prune, certain things will continue. That means certain things will discontinue, certain things will get hardened, right? Let's see. I'm not going to tell you the difficult part at once, but very briefly, little by little, we need to understand it because it's a little bit of medical, but a little bit of scientific, but nothing to do. If you want to get a better career developed, this knowledge is a must. Otherwise, this is a bit difficult. You are going to fall short. So that's why we decided as Technology Innovation Hub to present this information in a very comprehensive manner for you to understand, and in a very simple way, not in, I mean, now this is this, somebody can think these are medical terms, no, but we are going to explain it very briefly, right? Very briefly and a very simple way for you to understand. Even a person who doesn't have any understanding on medical should be able to capture what I am telling, simple English, okay? Right. So just go to this link. You can click. This presentation will be shared for you in GitHub. So you can click and go here. Very slowly read these things. Things are there now. I just did the explanation here. So the same thing is explained in the document as well, in the particular site. All right. Okay. So now the next thing is we are going to see in more detail the science of early childhood development. This is a video, right? But before that, I'm going to break the video here. So let's continue in the next session after that, right? Okay, thanks. Okay, I'll meet you soon. Bye-bye.